So Callie and I are out here on our morning walk this morning and decided to make a video real quick about things that are upcoming changes, additions to the channel. So first and foremost, obviously we made YouTube partner. So one of the things that we now have is we've had the community portion of the channel, which allows anybody to come in and we can start making their own post on the channel and people can have discussions about everything. So just everybody be mindful, be respectful. And even though you're making comments on the internet and someone can't physically come kick your ass for the stupid stuff that you say, just a general rule to follow is treat others the way that you want to be treated. Everybody follow that. We should be good to go. Second part is memberships, right? So my whole goal is to put out information, life lessons, advice, how to do things that may I have some knowledge on for free. You know, I don't intend to ever make anybody pay for such things, but it is a part of something in the channel. If people want to contribute to help the channel grow, that's something. I just quickly went on there, activated it, labeled the different categories in the tier systems, you know, since it's how this whole thing started anyway. And just bear with me because I'm still trying to figure things out, how these things even work. And I'm still making mistakes along the way. The other day I made this like almost 3-minute long video responding to somebody's question about the 4 different types of stressors that you're going to have, you know, encounter in a tier 1 selection. And I shot it in the wrong format. So that was intended to be a long video, but because I didn't put my phone in landscape mode, I can only load it up as a short. So I'm still doing stupid stuff. I'm still learning. And I just want you guys just to like bear with me on this as we try to build this thing with all your guys' support. And I really appreciate it. And the third part is I want to start going live once a week, you know, because I'll sit down and I'll start answering because I try to actually respond to everybody's comment on the channel. And we are nearing almost 1,000 comments just on this channel alone, just the last few weeks. And I figured if I'm going to go on there and answer all these comments, I might as well just go live. And that way I can even answer these questions in a forum. And I think I feel like I got a better way to do things. So I'm going to try to do it once a week. I put up a poll on the thing. I put 3 days that would actually work because I'm pretty scheduled between, I'm in my last few months before I retire, and then plus I'm in the middle of polo season. So that dictates a lot, which I have to do with the horses and everything like that. So go on there, vote which day probably works best for you guys, and then we'll start doing that. Oh, and one last thing. So I'm trying to do a minimum of 1 long form video a week, and my goal is to get to at least 2. And obviously when we get more time and I get better at this, try to do even more. So the video for this week is actually going to be about as one of my life stories, which is I actually used to be a soccer player in college on scholarship, going into ROTC, going to be an officer, and I was hit by a drunk driver going the wrong way in my freshman year of college. Suffered tons of injuries. That's why I have a giant scar on my stomach. Suffered brain damage, regressed to a 2nd grade math level, and this is actually the main reason why I actually enlisted in the Army. So I'm going to tell that story this week. That's going to be my video for the week. But we will eventually get to the point where we're making more than 1 video a week, and then we'll keep this thing going. So I really appreciate everybody, and I will talk to you guys later.